What is going on, everyone? Mondays have become my favorite day of the week. I'm starting to love them because I get to see all of you. I get to talk to you. I get to connect. Yes. So, welcome to this week's episode of the Life of Young Funeral Professionals. Today, I have a great guest, and so we'll get into that just a little bit. But I want you all to take a moment, just one. It don't got to be long. Take this opportunity to get this broadcast out there for someone, for someone to watch. And also you, yes, you, I want you to connect with us and partner with us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, and you can find us on YouTube. Even if you miss a live broadcast, all of our episodes and special guests are there. Please connect with us and like and follow our social media platforms for all of our latest updates, even when it comes to suggestions on who you guys want to be on the platform. I cannot find everybody in the whole country by myself, so thank you for being here and chiming in. Tonight's guest, I actually met outside a funeral service. We met in church. In Holy Convocation is where we met. And it just so happened that I learned that we both are in funeral service, and we have become really close over the last year or so. So please welcome Mr. Tyreek Ward, all the way from one of them Carolinas. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm well. This is going to be a great time.
Time.
Honestly, for those you guys don't know, but when this platform became a vision, Tyreek was one of the first people that were pushing this platform and supporting me, and I always have thanked him. In everything that I have done, I have heard, praise the Lord, Mr. Grant, praise the Lord. But in everything that I have done, Tyreek has been a great support system. I'm forever grateful for him. So it's not about me; it's about you tonight, sir.
No, this is about you. This is you. This is you. I'm just a guest.
No. Tonight, I really want to shine a light on you, because not only are you, a servant in the funeral industry, but you serve otherwise as well. So I do want to touch on that tonight. But first things first, tell us a little bit about how long you've been in the industry. Tell us what got you in this industry, just to give us a little background.
Yes, I started working in this industry at a very young age. I started at the age of 12. I started working at funeral home at the age of 12. My first service I worked was one of my former church members' brothers. And I went to my owners at the time. They're still my owners. I went to them, expressing how I wanted to work in the funeral industry. And they said, okay, you can come along. And so I started working in the funeral industry. I was on flower duty for years. That's the only thing I can do was carry the flowers out to the flower van. I did it with pride. I mean, I was excited. I took the flowers to the van. I was doing what I wanted to do. What made me start working in the funeral industry is that growing up, I was an usher in my former church. I was an usher, so me and my late uncle, God rest his soul, we always ushered at funerals at the church. So we were the main two there. And so at the end, during the final viewing, it's the custom of my former church that all the ushers always go to the front of the church and stand where the casket was to assist the funeral home with tissue. And so what I would always stand up there, I never stood like the ushers was standing. I always stood at the funeral home. I mean, I had my hands crossed and everything. And I was always paying attention to the funeral home, how they did everything, how they roll the casket down the aisle, how they close the casket. I mean, I would pay attention to everything. I'm just like, this is what I want to do. It was not something that I wanted to do growing up. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I wanted to be when I grew up. I did not think I tell y'all that. I wanted to be a pastor, but thank God I don't want to be no pastor.
Don't worry, there's still time for that to happen.
Oh no, sorry. No. That was grown up. That was grown up. That was grown up to do. But I started to get a love for the funeral industry. So I started love doing that. And so I went to my aunt at the time again. I spoke to Neil about what I wanted to do. I mean, he gave me a duty. He assigned me a duty, and I did that for years until I got up at age where, okay, I'm about to train you how to work the casket. We went from there, and then I got my driver's license. And I started driving the hearse. And I did it with pride. Like, I was so excited the first time I drove the hearse. I called my mom. I said, "Mom, they let me drive the hearse today." I was so excited. My mom was just like, "Tyree, get off my phone." Good for you, but get off my phone, please, with that. And then it went for me driving the hearse, driving the limos, me doing my apprenticeship. It was just like it's been a journey. And I love what I do. I'm glad that God has placed this upon my heart, placed this upon my life. I'm excited to do what I'm doing.
Yes, yeah. Well, listen, you're doing great things, man. You are. Now, one thing I can say is that Southern funeral life is totally different than what we do up top. Okay. And so I give kudos to you and all of the other practitioners in the North Carolina region and other states in the lower area, because child, y'all funeral services be, whoo, my God.
Listen, let me tell you something. Our funerals, man, some services be hard for me to keep my professionalism. I get there like, whoo, Jesus. It was one service that we had not too long ago, and the choir sung "Lead Me and Guide Me." I mean, had a full band and everything. And it was dealing with a conversation I had with the Lord that morning. I almost tore that whole rope up. I said, "Lord have mercy."
My God, I tell you, it takes a strong piece of composure. I tell you that. Let me.
I mean, they're just a teary eyed. No, Lord, I can't do this, Tyler. Do this. You can't do this. You can't do this.
So I do want to give honor to your apostle.
Yes,
Dr. Charlie Howell III.
Yes.
Let me tell you, so I've have followed your pastor's ministry for quite some time, and then to learn again last year that your apostle and my apostle are really close. So it was like a whole other conversation. Anyway,
I met your apostle back in 2017 when I first became aware of the ministry to where I'm at now. Okay. I met Apostle Alice White when my apostle had a prophetic conference, and Apostle Alice White, he preached, and he kept looking at me. I kept doing like this. At the time, I was scared of prophets. I was scared of prophets. I mean, Apostle, he kept looking that way. I was looking the other way. He kept looking that way. He kept looking. I was just like, And so that's when he started prophesying, and he looked my way again. He said, "You come here." I mean, he laid me out. I mean, he told stuff I never told nobody. It was just like, I said, "Lord have mercy." But yes, Apostle Alice White, I'm honored that he considered me as a nephew. Every time I see him, I say, "Oh, how you doing?" And so, yes, I'm honored that he considered me as a nephew. Apostle Alice White, he is a powerful man of God. He can come down.
He is God's mouthpiece for sure.
Oh yes,
for sure. But honestly, you being an adjutant for Dr. Charlie. So how do you balance when you have to travel with him and to funeral service? How do you balance that?
So lucky enough, I work for a firm that is very understandable of my schedule. So whenever I have to travel with my apostle, I just let her know, like, hey, I got to go behind my apostle. They say, okay, that's truly understandable. And then there's times where I cannot go. I communicate with my apostle all the time. It's hard because somebody's looking like, dang, I do want to work this funeral, but I need to go behind my apostle because my apostle needs it because of the capacity that I serve within the ministry that I'm a part of. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so communication. Got to communicate with both sides. Got to communicate.
Good. So, do you think? And this is like something when you confirmed that you were going to be my guest, this is the first thing I thought of. Has adjutancy helped you be a better funeral professional, or has being a funeral professional helped you be a better adjutant?
And I would say being an adjutant helped me be better in the funeral service profession, because being an adjutant, you have to stay on point, because you never know when you got to get up and go. And especially when we having our big conference every year for Shamar. You got to be paying attention, because you never know when when your apostle may get, or your pastor may get and start laying hands. I got to go. Like, you got to be attention to detail with everything. But serving, that taught me to pay more attention with detail in the funeral industry, because the funeral industry is a detail oriented. It's like you got to be paying attention to detail about everything. And so with me being an adjutant, that helped in groom me for my future career, like for my career now. So that, it helped me. The funeral service helped me with my me being an adjutant, and the adjutant helped me with the funeral service profession.
Okay. It just was a very curious thought to me. So I'm ask. Let me get that. So tell me some of the things that boost your morale. Like, what keeps you going when it comes to this industry? It matters, because you have to find something that is the gas to the drive. So tell me a little bit something about what boosts your morale in this journey of funeral service. Oh yeah.
One of the things is, my number one is God, with the calling that He has placed upon my life. I take this very seriously. It's nothing that this is something that you got to be called to, because if you're not called to it will show. And my second thing is the next generation that's coming behind me. Because I have people who are younger than me that it looks up to me, and I didn't even know. And so that's like, it's keeping me going. It's just like, hey, I got cousins that want to be in the funeral industry. I got friends who wants to be in the funeral industry, and they're looking up to me. They're asking me questions about it. So just, I got to keep going, because there's a next generation that needs my voice concerning this profession.
Yes, that's really good. That is really good, because like you said, you do have people that look up to you. And sometimes people verbalize it, but then you have those who don't say anything but just observe.
Yeah. My God.
Just looking.
Yes, you never know. Like, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's like. You'd be surprised. I have been surprised at how many people who's even older than me come up to me and say, "I'm watching you. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up." And just like, I don't even know you from a camera. Dang, I don't even know you. I'm just like, wow. But you never know who's watching. Like, you never know. And that's one of the things that's keeping me going, because there's a generation that needs me. There's a generation that needs you. So it's just like, you got to keep going. Even when days when you feel like saying, man, forget this, I'll do something else.
Yeah.
You got to keep going. Like, you got to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, you kind of speaking to me. Speaking to me, because I was ready to quit. I was done funeral service. but I got to think, Apostle Alex White, because he was like, no. Anyway, I do definitely agree with you, Dr. Royal. Thank you so much for your comment. It really matters to us. Thank you so much. God bless you as well. So this is what this platform is about: positivity, sharing our stories and sharing our journey. It's really what this is about, and I'm grateful. The Honorable Travis Green, thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Tyreek, I asked, what boosts your morale? But as you know, once we become funeral professionals, our lives are never the same anymore. So what have been some of the hardships that you have faced when it comes to the industry? Whether it's the balance between professional and personal, or whether it is ministry, your hub ministry becoming, you know, a lot more than the funeral industry. Like, what are some hardships that you've gone through, and how'd you navigate through them?
One of the hardships is finding the right friendships. I'm telling you, finding the right friends where you can actually have a conversation about growth and obtaining wealth instead of having a gossip ring. And so that has been the biggest issue, where it's just like, hey, I found somebody who works in the film industry, and I start having a conversation, and they start, do you know such and such? I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye. No. That's been one of the biggest things, because just finding friends, like true, genuine friends who's going to help you, mature you, hold you accountable, and correct you, instead of just trying to be connected with you so they can be, because they know that you connect to someone who's going to the top. Just friendships. That's like one of the most difficulties I have when it comes down to the industry.
Yeah, I can. That's it. That's definitely a fact. Those who are in the industry, I love y'all. I do. I appreciate your answer to the call. But sometimes, you'll be a wolf. You know, don't call yourself my friend if you're secretly plotting against me.
Like for real, like
if you ain't, I tell people I'm not always right, and those who I truly call my friends, especially in this industry, I know when I step off wrong, they're going to tell me, and I'm going to receive it with love because they want to think about the best for me. But the rest are my colleagues. You know, I do love y'all. I love for what y'all do. We do the same thing, and I appreciate it. But I can't call y'all my friends because actions speak louder than words. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Because real friends will tell you when you're wrong. It's just like, hey, look, bro, you wrong. You need to get yourself together. That's what I mean. That's what I look for, because I'm a real person. If you ask me the truth, I'm gonna give you the truth back. That's how it is. I want you to give me the truth, I'm gonna give it back to you. That's how it is.
Period. That's it. That's just I'm saying, this man, he's talking good tonight, y'all. He's talking good tonight. So, you know, it really matters as you grow that you have inspirations, that you have goals, that you things put in place to help you move yourself in this journey. So tell me, and I know there's plenty out there, but tell me some of, you know, those that you look up to, whether it's, you know, one of our trailblazing directors who have set the path, whether it's someone that's upcoming. Just tell me a little bit about people that you look up to and how they have inspired you, how they motivated you to keep going.
So the number one people who I look up to are my owners of the Roundtree Funeral Home here in Greenville, North Carolina. I look up to them so much. It's because they inspired me to keep going when I wanted to quit. Like, it was that time I expressed to them, like, you know, I'm done with everything. I'm just over it. I don't want to be in the industry no more. And they encouraged me to keep going. So that's like, I look up to them so much. Like, I call them my mentors. So they are my mentors. I ask them questions, they ask about questions, and I love them dearly. I love them. I look up to them because I know them personally and they know me. And so I look up to them so much. I truly do love them.
Yeah, it really means something when you have mentors that you can just be very transparent, very vulnerable, because every day is not a good day. Every day is not a good day. You know, and it means a lot when someone has been in the shoes that we're in. They have pushed past it. So that does make a major difference when you have a mentor that you can really like just be open with, receive correction, receive guidance.
Right. And they do correct me when I'm wrong. They will correct me, and I accept that correction.
Let me tell you, my director this morning chewed me up so bad in our morning staff meeting. I was like, I had nothing to say. I was wrong. I was wrong, but I mean, chewed me up. But that conversation really helped me because now I know what to do.
Right.
Like, it just helps me. It really does. So correction, those who are watching, do not be afraid of correction. Do not be afraid of correction because it's not demeaning. It's really there to help you.
Right. True love comes with correction. I'm telling you. So that
it's there. It's there. And if you work at a firm or whatever you trade or whatever, and no one corrects you, baby, they ain't really supporting you. They really don't care. If people care the way they say it, you're gonna be corrected.
And correction is key. Like that's number one for you to last.
Yes. So, Tyreek, where do you see this industry going as a whole? Where do you see, I would say next 5 years. I'm gonna put a time frame on it. 5 years.
Well, in the next 5 years, I see us having more crematories than funeral homes, because when you look at the cremation rate, it has increased since 2020, since the pandemic. And when you look at the cost of cremation and the method of cremation, it's more economical for people who does not have life insurance. And so I'm starting to see more crematories being built and people owning crematories versus just having funeral homes. Because I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, cremation will be the way to go versus traditional funeral service followed by a burial.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care if it's 85 years from now. It's my time to go to glory. Y'all lay me to rest. Don't y'all put me in no retort. I refuse. I will get up and walk out. I don't like being hot as it is. Y'all ain't gonna cremate me. I'm sorry.
Boy, you crazy. I'm sorry.
I like the air conditioning, okay? But I don't know.
You talking about get up and walk out? How? You tell me how.
Listen.
Only person that got up out of the grave was Jesus. That's the only
thing.
one.
He got up out of the grave. I'm getting out of a retort. It's two different things here. It's two different things. And it was so crazy when I was younger. This is like a side, nothing to do with this. But when I was younger, when I first got in the funeral industry, I told my mom and my great grandmother that I wanted to be put in a mausoleum. Yeah. And I'm like, why? I said, well, Jesus wrote his stone away, so maybe I have the power to do it too.
Man, sure you got your stuff in order so they won't burn you away.
Let me tell you, if there's nothing else I could North Carolina stand, Lord have mercy.
My friend, my brother Craig. What's up, man?
Everybody from North Carolina to take a seat.
No. We're not doing it on tonight. From North Carolina, we're going to talk Eastern North Carolina and that. Let's make that clear.
My God. But thank you for tuning in, Craig. We appreciate your support as always. So yeah, man, I don't know. In North Carolina, y'all just something different about y'all down there. So where do you see yourself going? I do know that you are serve in church. Again, shout out to Apostle Charlie. I do know that you're also in education. I do know that you are in the funeral industry. So where do you see yourself going? Do you see yourself pursuing funeral service full time? Just talk to me a little bit.
So I see myself, number one, getting my license and be a licensed funeral director. Passing these state boards, that's what I see myself, number one. Like this is my passion, so I definitely want to grow into this. I do also see myself still probably working with kids. I love kids and I have my days working with kids, but I can't, for some reason, I just can't disconnect from working with kids. I got to stay somewhere with them. I do see myself growing within the educational field as well, and also being a licensed funeral director. So I'm trying to get there, grow myself. Either way the Lord sees fit, that's what I'm trying to go with.
My God. Yeah, one thing I do always say that I appreciate, especially with you keep saying it over and over again, is the fact that you're keeping God first in this. That's major. Gotta keep him first. Gotta keep, because he called us to it. We're gonna get us through it. So that's major for me, and I really appreciate it. There was a comment that was just up. I wanted to read that. Thank you so much for correction.
Yes.
Whoa! Let me this lady here. This lady here, who I am in funeral service. She, I mean, she corrected me on many services. There's been, I love her to pieces, but this is Miss Dina Wilson. I gotta say this. This is someone that truly is a giant in the funeral industry, and especially when it comes to the state of Delaware. You hear the firm that I'm with, you think of Dina, and how we all are is all because of Dina. So I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm praying for you. And I actually will give you a call tomorrow, not tonight. I'm gonna be it. I'm being honest. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah. We know you don't say it before we got on. You gonna take your nap when all this is said and done.
Hub is going to take a nap. So listen, I really appreciate all that you have done for the industry, and so I just want to ask one question. You don't know what this question is because I never even put it up there. So my question for you is, when you come back to Delaware?
When my pastor comes back.
I actually do. I did want to. We'll connect about Shamar because that's another thing on my list too.
Okay.
We'll talk about that as well. So okay. I want you to take a few moments for me. I know normally we are on here. I know we're on here normally like an hour or so, but I do want to be respectful of Tyreek's time today. So this episode is kind of going to be a little shorter, just because I want to be out of respect of his time. The Duny has a lot of things that he is going to be taking care of, tonight and into tomorrow. So this portion, you talk as long as you want to, because this is really important to me. I want you to take a moment to encourage someone that's watching, someone that's in this industry that is out there with Sen, someone who is watching, trying to get into the industry. Encourage them, give a little inspiration. And yeah, just go ahead. I'm going to turn the floor over to you, Doc. I ain't saying nothing.
Now, I can just encouraging the ones who want to be in the funeral industry. I'll just say two words, like keep going. You got to keep going. Your journey is going to be different from others. You may see others that started after you be licensed before you, but you got to keep going. Because what I have learned is that every great journey is going to come some great trials. So you got to be able to endure every trial that comes, like every setback, every obstacle. It's just like you got to learn how to endure everything that comes your way. I can even give my testimony of something that happened to me in 2020. I was supposed to graduate mortuary school of May in 2020. I mean, I bought my cap and gown. I done set up my photography. I done did my whole party, everything. I done met like everything. 2 days before graduation, I get a call from my advisor telling me that, hey, we need to have a conversation about graduation. So I'm thinking like there was like a fee I didn't pay or something I just need, like something minor I need to take care of. Come back, they tell me that it was a class that I did not have a seat in. I was 1 point from a C, so I had a D. So I was just like, okay. It's like, you cannot graduate this month. I'm just like, huh? I'm just like, I was just passing the class. And so I talked to my mother about it. I broke down in tears. I was so upset. I was ready to go. I was ready to start my apprenticeship. I was ready to get licensed. I was ready to do it. And then I was just like, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. And I talked to my mother about it, and she encouraged me. She told me, she said, Tyreek, you're this close to the finish line. Just continue running the race. And so I'm looking at my mom like, girl, who what you talking? And so she continued encouraged me so I could continue with my schooling. And I graduated of December 2020. And so I went and started my apprenticeship of February of 2021. I started my apprenticeship of February of 2021. I ended my apprenticeship of August of 2021 because of things I had going on with myself. I had to pause it. So I stopped working in the film industry for a whole year because of what I had dealt with, what I was going through, of all the frustrations I was dealing with. I just stopped completely and I was done. But the Lord allowed me to reconnect with the people who I'm with now, and they encouraged me to keep going. And so I got back on track. I finished my apprenticeship. I graduated school. And so those two words means a lot to me. You got to keep going. Through everything that you're going to face, you have to keep going. Like it may seem simple just by saying that, but it means a lot. Just like keep going. Connect with someone who's going to encourage you, empower you, hold you accountable for all of your actions. You got to learn, like you got to do that. Like praying and fasting will help you a long way. Like, but you're so stupid. Praying and fasting will help you along the way. And you got to continue to do that. Even with days where I don't feel like praying, I don't feel like fasting. You got to, because God will give you clarity about where you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it, and when you're supposed to do it. You got to keep going. Seek God first, and God is not the author of confusion. Like He will not confuse on anything. You just got to listen and be obedient to what He tells you to do. It's up to you to listen. It's up to you to listen. But you got to keep going, I'm telling you, and get connected with someone who's going to empower you, like I said before, and encourage you to do your best in this industry. I'm telling you. If you do all those things, I promise you will make it.
Major on accountability. Right.
And don't compare your journey to others. I'm telling you, comparison is a dream killer. It will kill your dreams. Comparison is a dream killer.
And honestly, that's a struggle that I had a couple years ago. Like, wow, here I am. Okay, 20 here at this point I was 24, 25, 24, maybe. I'm like, yo, like he's 23 and he's licensed in 3 states. Oh wow, he's 26 and he's a funeral home. You know what I mean? So it's like you like that piece is really important. Do not compare your journey to anybody else's, because your journey speaks for itself. That was really good. And you also kind of like chewed me up about fasting and praying because
listen, let me tell you something. So I got a friend that chews me up about that as well. I mean, whenever I talk to her about something that's going on, did you pray? Did you fast? And sometimes she frustrates me so bad I hang up the phone. I want to hear that. I want to hear that right now. I want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that. And even like, somebody I've recently, I think my apostle, and I was getting corrected, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I just don't want to hear you gotta I pray. I don't want to hear that. Like, but let me tell you something. And I'm a witness. You actually taking time to fast, pray, and consecrate yourself.
I'm telling you.
Nothing like it, though.
Praying and fasting will give you clarity on lives.
Right. We get full up and turned out. So
it will give you clarity on a lot.
Like
that's a powerful thing. Like praying and fasting give you clarity on a lot. And also another encouraging word that I would give those who are in the film industry and desire to be licensed. Don't post everything. Don't post everything. Everything should not be on social media. To the ones who work in the industry, everything should not be on social media. Like, for instance, removals should not be on social media.
Can we let those sacred moments be sacred moments?
Exactly. Let those sacred moments be sacred moments. You should not be posting, because I see it on TikTok, especially on TikTok. I see a lot of people going to the nursing home, going to the morgue, the hospital to go pick up people's loved ones, and they're posting it. Why are you posting something that is sacred? Like, you should not be posting that. Like, No, like I'm telling you, and you think people are not watching, they're watching because before they look at your resume, they're gonna look at your social media. Let me see what they be posting. They're gonna check everything: your Snapchat, your Instagram, your TikTok, and your Facebook.
Yeah.
And all of that can speak, that can overtrump your resume. You could be the most qualified candidate. Nope. I'm sorry, I can't use you next. Be mindful of what you post. Be mindful of what you say, because all of that can bite you in the long run. I'm telling you. Like just don't be over here posting everything, doing everything, because you're representing, number one, you're representing yourself, the firm you're currently with or trying to be with. And just like, and also like you have somebody loved one in your care. Like, don't do everything. Everything is not meant for social media.
Yeah, and honestly, the family has trusted us to honor the life, the dignity of their loved one.
Mm-hmm.
It really, like, I mean, this alone drives me up a wall. It really, really does. I don't want to see you going to a hospital. I think it's and this is just Raheem speaking. I'm not speaking on behalf of Tyreek. This is Raheem speaking. Is there any backlash, come to Raheem. We can have a great conversation. Very disrespectful to record a transfer or removal, whatever word you want to use. It's really disrespectful because that's not a moment that needs to be publicized. Now, if the family is recording it and they post on their own time and you just happen to be in the video, that's different. But you as the funeral home taking the opportunity to try to gain a following by using the moment that it's called a first call for it's your first impression.
The first call. That means you are the
first impression of your firm to the family. And here you are, recorded.
And you think that the family will not know. Oh, they're going to know. Because they're going to say something to you. It may not be that moment, but when they go sit in the arrangement conference, yeah. Like,
ask that family permission. Right. I have so many words I want to use, but it's not right. We have to stop that.
Yeah, you can't. Don't post everything because it's sacred. Stop doing that.
Keep it cute and professional. It's really important. It really is. I honor those who do like the videographies at the service. Where they have, I think even like how that is, I think that is really dignified because it's a keepsake for the family, and just it kind of also is somewhat of advertising for your firm. But that's that public moment. That's the service itself is that public moment. But I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you applying cosmetics. I don't want to see you placing loved one in the casket. I don't want to see you, putting a loved one in the back of your removal van. I just don't want to see that. And if I know I don't want to see it, I know the general public doesn't want to see it either.
Exactly. It's just like everybody using this industry for clout, and we're losing our sacredness of the industry.
Yeah,
you can't do that. Like you can't do that. Like that it's serious. Like this is serious business. Yeah. Like this is not something that you can just. This is not playtime. This is not McDonald's Playhouse. If you want to go work there, go work there. It's like keep some professionalism with some class about this. Like just don't do it.
Yeah, and one thing I don't think people realize is those who are in the industry for the wrong reasons make it so much harder for those of us who are in the industry for the right reasons. Y'all make the journey so hard, so hard. Y'all do. Like the job itself is taxing, but when you do what you do and make it harder on us, it's time to stop.
Like you're making it harder for everybody. It's just simple. Just don't post.
That's it. I'm sorry. Sorry, that thing boils my blood when I see that stuff like that.
Every time I get on TikTok and I see that report. I'm
going to block you. I'm sorry.
I'm reporting every chance I get. Report. It's just like why are you doing that? Like that is crazy. That is foolishness. Stop doing that. Stop. And especially if I know you, because if I know you and you do it, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna tell you like you need to delete this like now. Like this is not cool at all.
Everybody from North Carolina, I know, so bold. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna call you. I've never met a people.
Hey, leave us alone now. Leave us alone now.
People.
Leave us alone now.
Check everything of everybody. I just never met a group of people.
Listen, let me. That last year we went to Delaware. Man, I was speaking, so you know what I mean. I'm Southern, so I'm gonna speak. I can see a stranger walking past me. Hey, how you doing? They didn't speak, and I turned around just like rude. It was just like I said, I forgot where I'm at. Everybody's not friendly like me. And like no,
not in the first date. In the first date, you might they might just look at you like you're crazy. Like, why are you speaking to me?
I'm just like, hey, y'all want to speak down here? I'm just like, I love to speak. I don't care where I'm going. Hey, how you doing? It's just me.
And we mean everything we say. Mighty God. My God. So listen, I want to say thank you again. It really, y'all don't know, when I reach out to my special guest and without hesitation, when the response is yes, that really warms my heart. It really, really does. And Tyreek, I thank you so much because when I reached out to you, it was an automatic yes.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. I thank you for your yes answering the call to funeral service. Now we're just going to pray, fast, and consecrate on your yes to call for ministry. Just put that out there. So don't look at me like that.
All right now. All right now.
I'm saying you carry the apostle sword. So it's gonna fall upon you. I'm gonna leave that alone for another conversation. But just putting that out there. But I thank you. I thank you. And to everyone that has tuned in, who has commented, who has taken the time to share this live stream, thank you so much. I say this, and I will continue to say this. This platform cannot be anything without the support of you all. And so you guys are my fuel to my fire to be here every week. And I say thank you. I really do say thank you. Keep your eye out. I'm excited. I have 2 special guests next week that are near and dear to my heart. But I'm really excited about the month of May. So please keep your eyes out. Not only is it women's, we're celebrating our women in the industry, but my birthday's in May. Are you excited? Because I am.
Hold on, when is your birthday?
May 21st.
Mine is May 31st.
Now, we both can't be celebrating the whole month. Somebody has to sit there.
Well, how old are you?
I'll be 27.
Oh, no, okay, you're a year older than me. I'll be 26. Okay.
So I think since I'll be older than you, I have seniority, and I will take the month. You wait until your birthday.
No, sir. I'm the guest.
Before or after, but the entire month belongs to me.
Oh no, sir. I'm the guest. Growing up in church, the guests go first. I go first. No.
Devil is a liar. See, now, see, God works in mysterious ways. See, you're the guest in April, and so now, grace and peace unto you. My God, to everyone, thank you so much, and please tune in next week for the life of the young funeral professionals. If there's anything I can say to you, take God wherever you go, and where you can't take him, baby, just don't go. Thank you all, and I will see you all right here next week. God bless you. God bless you.